My apologies. I was just a little bit delayed to the stream, so we starting it off now. We're already into the second match, and it would be nice if we actually had the okay scoring. But anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're into the second game. My apologies for being so late. It's been a very long day at work, but I'm sure you're not interested in what is happening in my work schedule, but more interested in what is happening here with the action. As we've got Boss Haas and Nesquik here in Paradise Resort. They are well, if you're just taking a look at the map, right, there should be a couple of teams heading in that direction because these are all the teams that are outside of the EMP zone, and that could possibly lead to a whole bunch of chaos occurring, as we usually expect. We're already down to 28 players remaining in the competition so far. But I think Basas, he's scouting out the area around Paradise Resort, but he's on the low ground, so vision is not what you would expect it to be at this point. And then heading up a hill is they've got a vehicle around. He spots it. He's just checking out to see if there's anybody close by. But looks like we're gonna be looking at Gerard up against TumTum and Viper with the Forsaken close by. TumTum just behind the rock. Gerard is going to try to get through into the building. I don't think that TumTum just spotted him out. Throws out a bit of fire. Gets the knock. Does he get the flash? He's just got a sliver to see through the tree line. Manages to get a little bit of a knock here. So nicely done with that elimination. I think there was a little bit of excitement there as he shut the door. But Viper is not too far off from where Forsaken is. Forsaken has spotted out Viper. He's trying to make the wraparound play. But this is going to be a 1v1 until Gerard can make that rotation around. So I think he's waiting very patiently for this movement. Viper, if we just take a look at aerial view so you can see where Viper is. So Viper in the compound. He has the high ground. He knows his teammate's been eliminated. We're going to need Forsaken, who requires a bit of cover just to get close to where Viper is. He's making the movement across. So Viper hasn't spotted him out yet. Forsaken waiting for Gerard to make the play as well. But Viper is trying to hightail it because he knows he's in a very dangerous position right now. So if he can time his rotation as he moves across, he might be able to get out of this. But he could turn around and decide that he wants to go into this 2v1 though. Not really recommended. We'll be finding position there. He's just heading out from this region. As we take a look at where everybody else is, we're still in stage 1, right? So this is not too many teams that will be heading towards one another just at this stage, where we still have another minute, just under 2 minutes to go before the EMP zone will start to close in, and then we will get to probably witness all these teams on the outside of the EMP zone head into a big crash between one another. But just switching here to Itachi and Tamashi. They usually love to be super aggressive very early on. We've got Demo and Zusi close by. Zusi's being spotted out. Takes a lot of damage. Tamashi from range. We should see Itachi there with the finisher. Though Zusi is just waiting patiently. Oh my goodness. A Demo with the closing in here. There's a bit of strafing around the rock. Can they get this done? Yeah, they managed to get a quick double elimination here just at the edge of the safe zone before the MP zone started to close in. Meanwhile, Gerard and Forsaken, they've stuck around in this location. We've got Omar and Chaos making their way across. They're in the EMP zone. Like I said, this is only stage 1. So it tickles. It tickles. It's makes you laugh a little bit. No vehicle yet, so they'd be looking for one with Team 18. I'm just going to switch to Chaos's camera so we can see if he's gonna spot out Forsaken and Gerard, who are pretty close by. I don't know if the teams have seen each other. I think Forsaken would have definitely seen where Omar is, making a movement across, sort of a beeline move there. Has seen the bike Oh, there's shots being fired. Forsaken did not see where Omar is. They've got that high ground position, but Omar gets knocked from Kerad, who was just providing the cover in the backline. Forsaken healing up just about right. Got the scope out just to see where Omar is. Meanwhile, it's Chaos from the outskirts. Gets a lot of damage there onto Gerard, but taking some damage in response himself. So the battle here in the EMP zone could be favoring Forsaken and Gerard. They've got the ability to go for the wraparound play. Forsaken should be heading straight towards where Omar is. We'll probably be able to get the pick off, as Omar is trying to get someone on a cover behind the tree, and Chaos is doing his best to deal with it. One Molotov to end it all from Forsaken, just to say, well, let's get the elimination, not too much being done. And then finally, there's the pickoff. So with Chaos, he's making his movement across. Going for the high ground wraparound is quite low. He does get spotted out here by Forsaken. You should have seen him there. Did he see them? No, he didn't actually see him. He was there in the corner of the screen in red. But Forsaken taking the damage. Gerard has been knocked. So it's a 1v1 battle between the two. Oh, lovely strafing here from Chaos. But he stood still to fire and he gets taken out here by Forsaken. So Forsaken should be able to get the rescue there onto Gerard, and the two of them will be able to get out. Meanwhile, Melandre and Force Execute have spotted out Buzzkill and Mayo. They've gotten a knock onto Buzzkill. The question is, once we wait for the screen to load in, from the position that they're in, how are they going to be able to cover this distance? There's a lot of open ground, smoke being thrown out here from Buzzkill. Mayo is on the high ground. Melandre with the peek around the corner, as it's a Force Execute. He's gone for the wraparound play here. He's using the vehicles. He has spotted out where everybody is. Took a little bit of tag damage. He's going to heal up. I think they're going to go in for a two-player rush. But Electric Eyes and Bliss are closing in onto the matter as well. It's going to be a nice pick-off here, as Force Execute did that drive-by shoot and managed to get both the eliminations into the mix. Electric Eyes, Bliss are, like we said, pretty close by. They have heard the sound of gunfire, so they could potentially head in for some third-party action. But with the Melandre and Force Execute in a vehicle, I don't think they're going to really crash with one another. Meanwhile, Itachi and Tamashi, they were heading off in the same direction as where Decodex and Sandman are. They spot them out. They're going for the vehicle play. They go straight on top of Sandman. There should be an elimination with the reload. Decodex is just around the corner. They need to spot where he is. Decodex just staying safe for the most part. Tamashi taking a lot of damage as Decodex, he is low. Shotgun blasts out. Oh, not enough cover there for Decodex, and Itachi and Tamashi pick up another couple of eliminations just outside Quarry. Now we're into, most teams are in the safe zone. We are in stage 2 at this moment in time, right? Looks like we're going to see Princess and Hellhound up against Odin. Oh, Princess is going to get eliminated. Hellhound has the high ground. It's Odin and Creator. Odin has been... it's his Creator who is quite low. As Hellhound making the play from the top of the back. Does he get this? Oh, he goes into the full spray. He gets a lot of damage. He's in the prone position. Does he have a nade? He's got a nade, 2 nades and a Molotov. That's the best idea in such a position. Just rain in those utilities. Will we see this as the pickoff? Oh, Hellhound gets a nade in response. Has a revitalized, but Odin with the pickoff will be able to rescue Creator as well. So that's 2 quick fire kills. Meanwhile, Mirande, Force Execute, they just drove by Tamashi and Itachi. Are they going for the wraparound play here? They use the rock for cover just to disengage, but this is a fighting huge open ground here. Melandre with the rotation. Force Execute, as we know, he likes to play the front line, but it looks like they're going to go for the repositioning once more, or they've decided this is not a battle that they want to fight on the top of such open space. I would agree with that particular decision. It's not something that you want to go in for just yet. Meanwhile, Bliss, Bossas, Everybody is in the mix here. Basas has been knocked. Nesquik trying to deal with Bliss and Electric Eyes as they're making their movement across. Basas is for this moment in time just trying to stay a bit safe. But Bliss saying no, there's no safety here. She's making that movement across. Cover being provided. Basas gets taken out of the equation. Bliss with that elimination. Meanwhile, Electric Eye is providing the cover. She knows that there's a potential for third party. Can hear the footsteps coming through. Going to check over the top of the ridge. Melandre and Force Execute are very close by with Melandre. Oh, it's Force Execute. It takes out Bliss. But as she tried to make that movement across, Force Execute so quick on the trigger there. Picks up another 2 eliminations. Viper, he's been solo for the most part of this. He's back up against those 2 that managed to take out Tum Tum earlier in the game. Trying to scout out, but Force Execute from range. He's been on point already. 5 eliminations into the mix. They've got the vehicle close by. I think Melandre would have spotted out that Gerard and Forsaken are close by. He's going for the repositioning here. Melandre holding that high ground or holding the position. So Force Execute using the ridge line to just drive across. He wants to get in close. He knows that he's been very good in these 1v in these close range situations, using the very edge coming through. Melandre taking a lot of damage though as Force with the wraparound play. He does see Forsaken. He needs to get out. He's in the EMP zone for this battle. Oh, nice time with a strafing. Can he get this done? Melandre has been knocked. Gerard is trying to go for that play, but there's the Molotov coming through from Force Execute. Can he get this done? Oh my goodness, what a molly. That was unbelievable. Meanwhile, Melandre in danger. Forsaken here. I mean, Force Execute. Is he going to be able to get the... Almost drove through his teammate. Will he be able to get the revive? He wants to close in. Provides a bit of cover for themselves. But, oh my goodness. Tomashi and Itachi. They said, you're trying to leave us out of the mix in that fight. You're repositioned. You got a couple pickups. Let's try to head back in here. As Odin and Creator are close by as well. A bit of tag damage here onto Force as he goes for the reposition. He's, oh, lovely prone. The strafe's coming through. Yeah, who's going to win this? Force Execute gets the knock onto Itachi. But it's Tawashi there in the high ground. The vehicle is smoking. He's going to have to try to get back from here. Creator and Odin are close by as well. The nades are raining in. Oh my goodness. There's going to be another nade in response coming through. The smoke is in there. Force Execute needs to provide cover for himself just to heal back up. He does manage to. Can he get the rush through the smoke? He doesn't know where Itachi is. Itachi just got to some safety underneath. He's throwing out some fire through the smoke. Oh my goodness. This is a lot of intense action. Really close by. But meanwhile, Tomashi on the high ground. He's got the shotgun out. He's in a 2v1 situation. Oh my goodness, the strafing here is next level. Oh, the strafe jump, but Creator timed it. He manages to take down Tomashi. And that's going to be a quick 2-fire. Creator goes in, but the strafe jump comes in from Force Execute. He's gotten another elimination. He's picked up 9 already. However, we've got Nasty and Rupert in the mix. They're pretty close by. It's a duo versus a solo. He's got the go-kart, so Force Execute's going to make the play towards that the safe zone, but he will be spotted out by Nasty and Rupert, who have the high ground. He would have seen Nasty making the movement. Can he get the knock in there? He goes in for a little bit of a drift. Oh, the shots coming out GTA style. He's got the self-revive, but that's not gonna be enough. Nasty takes out Force Execute. He had what a performance up until this moment in time, but gets taken out there. Just couldn't get that angle right. He went for that aggressive drive-through play, but my goodness. Viper is female. Okay. My apologies. Some names are not so gender specific, you know. So it's hard to tell. But I'll remember that for future reference. However, we're in a 2v1 situation, right? Where is the one more player? Okay. It's Smitty. On the very outskirts. Solo, Painan has to make a movement towards the EMP zone. I wonder how long it's going to take before they're going to find each other. It's a 2v1 with a big map left to go. We're only on stage 4 right now, and it's still a minute, just under a minute and a half. Smitty is just rotating on the very edge of the EMP zone, which might be the best strategy if you're in this solo position. Could be heading off towards Rupert and Nasty, who are sticking close to as a duo. Would they have seen him? Oh, he checks out there on the high line. Did he spot anybody? I think he may have, but that would be some vision of note. Just sneaking his way across into the compound. Has to be careful though. There's some doors open, some loot available, but with these doors open, it means you're not entirely sure where anybody is getting himself prepped up for what he thinks is going to be a skirmish here. Wants to use this cover to the best of his advantage for this particular moment in time. But let's be honest, right? The EMP zone is going to force that movement across very shortly. So he's hoping that people are trying to enter from outside of the safe zone. And I mean, you know you're in a 2v1 situation. You need to use as much cover as you possibly can. So there's a shout out for Nasty and Rupert. Well, to be honest, Kylie, if you think about it, right, they've got the position advantage, they've got the numbers advantage, right? We have seen some crazy stuff happen in 2v1 situations, right? Though for Smurty, right, this is looking a little bit tough, especially considering where the EMP zone is going to be closing in on to. Like this location, like if we just take a look at the map as a whole, right? You've got already nasty. It's just in huge open space that you're gonna see this the EMP zone forcing Smutty. I mean, we've got just under a minute to go for stage 5. It's gonna close in. Smutty's just using that cover. He's gonna hope that Nasty and Rupert might make movement across from that high ground to a more centralized location. That'll be his best opportunity. He's got to force them into a space where he can deal with it. But the question right now is, do Rupert and Nasty have enough utilities to deal with this? You've got 4 nades on Nasty, and you've got Rupert with 3 nades and 2 mollies, right? They could be using these utilities to really pile the pressure on. But right now, Smutty, I think, is in a better location because you've got Rupert and Nasty. They've got to make that movement through this huge open ground area. They're holding the line for the most part. They don't want to be too aggressive. They're going to allow the EMP zone to do the work. Which, when you're heading towards this particular stage in the game, it's best to let the EMP zone do the heavy lifting. Oh, but did Rupert spot him? He could have seen. He was just like a slight pixel there on the left-hand side, but I don't think Rupert spotted that movement there from Switchy, who's just rotating around the edge of the EMP zone. He wants to try to get himself towards the high ground. He has spotted out where both Rupert and Nasty happens to be. As you can see, Smudgy's just slowly making his way just up the hill because he knows that the best option right now in this huge open space, he would have seen Nasty. Spots him out, got the scope out, wants to try to land a bit of a tag. Does he? Oh, he's not. He doesn't go for the shot just yet, but now they have spotted out Smudgy. Beautiful fire coming through, but oh my goodness, it's Nasty with the finisher in the second game of the evening. So we have the scores just running through this very quickly. We have Rupert and Nasty with a winner, chicken dinner, and 3 eliminations, finishing on top. Schmutty in second position with no eliminations. Force Execute and Melandre, 10 eliminations in third. That was Force Execute, especially towards the end. It looked like he was playing TDMs, not BR. The way he was going about it, right? Creator and Odin, 3 eliminations in 4th position. Tamashi Itachi with 8 eliminations in 6th position. Gerard and Forsaken with 3 eliminations in 6th. Tum Tum Viper, the Lady Viper, thank you very much for that, with 1 elimination in 7th. Bliss and Electrical Eyes, 1 elimination in 8th. Nesquik Bassas, no elimination in 9th. Hellhound Princess, no eliminations, 10th. Sandman Decodex, 2 eliminations in 11th. Mayo and Buzzkill, no eliminations in 12th position. Chaos, Omar, no eliminations in 13th. Halal with no eliminations in 14th position. Demo Zusi, Bucky Kylie, Cobra Carlisle, and Bung Mark with no eliminations apiece, taking us from 15th to 18th position. With that, we head into the stars of the match. It was Force Execute with the going all out, right? That was, I think, a pretty obvious one that it was going to be Force Execute. Best companion goes to Odin, and the finisher we got to see was Nasty. And so that is the scores heading into the second game. We will be into the third game coming through very shortly. I'm just going to have the pause screen up and running for you, and we'll be back in just a moment as we will be concluding tonight's stream.
In the shadows where the weak ones pray, to rise up from the end of days. No mercy in these burning skies, only legends learn how God survived. We don't kneel, we don't break, we carve our names in the hands of fate. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Two souls standing in the firelight. No fear, no throne, no alibi. Only power is sight to survive. Hear the silence start to scream when the gods collide in between. Through the smoke, through the pain, blood and echoes in the rain. Every shot is a heartbeat lost, every crown is a brutal cost. We don't fall, we don't fade, we rise from the wars we've made. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Two souls standing in the firelight. No fear, no throne, no alibi. Only power decides who survives. Hear the silence start to scream when the gods collide in between. Let the world go quiet now. Let the weak ones fade somehow. In the dark we finally see only death brings divinity. Divinity. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Heaven burns in the muzzle light. No prayers left, no second life. Only legends walk out alive. When the silence breaks the sky, the gods don't run, they rise. No kings, no crowns, only in the shadows where the weak ones pray, to rise up from the end of days. No mercy mercy in these burning skies. Only legends learn how God survived. We don't kneel, we don't break. We carve our names in the hands of fate. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Two souls standing in the firelight. No fear, no throne, no alibi. Only power inside to survive. Hear the silence start to scream when the gods collide in between. Through the smoke, through the pain, blood and echoes in the rain. Every shot is a heartbeat lost. Every crown is a brutal cost. We don't fall, we don't fade. We rise from the wars we've made. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Two souls standing in the firelight. No fear, no throne, no alibi. Only power decides who survives. Hear the silence start to scream when the gods collide in between. Let the world go quiet now. Let the weak ones fade somehow. In the dark we finally see only death brings divinity. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Heaven burns in the muzzle light. No prayers left, no second life. Only legends walk out alive. When the silence breaks the sky, the gods don't run, they rise. No kings, no crowns, only in the shadows where the weak ones pray, to rise up from the end of days. No mercy in these burning skies. Only legends learn how God survived. We don't kneel, we don't break. We carve our names in the hands of fate. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Two souls standing in the firelight. No fear, no throne, no alibi. Only power inside to survive. Hear the silence start to scream when the gods collide in between. Through the smoke, through the pain, blood and echoes in the rain. Every shot is a heartbeat lost. Every crown is a brutal cost. We don't fall, we don't fade. We rise from the wars we've made. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Two souls standing in the firelight. No fear, no throne, no alibi. Only power decides who survives. Godz tonight. Heaven burns in the muzzle light. No prayers left, no second life. Only legends walk out alive. When the silence breaks the sky, the gods don't run, they rise. No kings, no crowns, only in the shadows where the weak ones pray, to rise up from the end of days. No mercy in these burning skies. Only legends learn how God survived. We don't kneel, we don't break. We carve our names in the hands of fate. This is the battle of the gods tonight. Two souls standing in the firelight. No fear, no throne, no alibi. Only power inside to survive. Hear the silence start to scream when the gods collide in between. Through the smoke, through the pain, blood and echo.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. This is Waylander here as we're bringing you the final game. It's here in Lovik where we lay the scene. Odin and Creator already with an early drop. Let's just get to see where everybody is heading off to on our map here. Melandre, Force Execute, they also went very, very early and they went towards the northern region, heading off towards Stable. Power Plant looks like it's the typical hot drop. Mudstein as well, though I wonder if there's anybody brave enough to be going straight towards Mudstein. Oh my goodness, we've got so many people heading off towards Power Plant right here at the start. We just take a look at Itachi. The Force Execute already getting a knock. Yes, Mushi gets taken out by Tamashi just as he landed, and it's Tamashi. He's just like, I've got it's raining PubG players, you know, like that song. Takes out Grim as well in the mix. Already so much of action. Power Plant was deadly. Oh my goodness. Tamashi, Itachi, already 3 eliminations, not even 1 minute into the game. That's insane. They just took out everybody who landed here in Power Plant. Got them while they were still in the parachutes. Crazy stuff. And well, there was a couple of teams. There's no way to get the revives for those teams that were actually eliminated here in Power Plant because it was a duo and a solo. Oh my goodness, they're absolutely nuts. As we're just going to be watching the Codex and Sandman. Did they spot out Bangmak, who is very close by? They're trying to hold fort around this place to revive. Sandman going for the check across the hilltop as Decodex is holding that high ground. Could be heading straight off towards Bangmak. Can Bangmak see Sandman though from this positioning though? That's the question. He would have spotted out, but in a solo position, doesn't want to give away where he is just yet. But there we see Force Execute and Melandre into the mix already. Grima was taken down early. Bangmak managed to get out from there around that power plant. But meanwhile, Force execute. Melandre, they would have spotted out Decodex and Sandman. They just want to go in for the repositioning here. They take a little bit of tag damage, not too much. Nothing to stress about, but now positions have been given away since we know the shots have been fired. Meanwhile, Bang Mak gets a knock onto Sandman. He's in a battle here, but he's taking a lot of damage from range. Bliss with a shot. Takes out one. Odin taking out Bang Mak across that huge distance as Creator spots out. Force Execute gets a knock, but he's going to get knocked himself. Oh my goodness, everybody closing in. What is happening here? This doesn't even seem like stage 1. Everybody's dying so early. What is going on? Absolute mayhem at this stage in the game, but I mean, Odin still has the opportunity to revive Creator. Meanwhile, there's action elsewhere on the map. Carlisle's been taken out. Cobra is in the mix here. Does spot out where Chaos is. Trying to get those tag damage onto Chaos. Chaos has been knocked. Omar is close by. So here's now where you got to be making certain decisions. Okay, Cobra can get the revive onto Carlisle, but taking too much damage here. Should have maybe went for the revive play, as it's going to be Trojan Dean with the rotation and the double. Meanwhile, Trojan, Dean, and Freya is quite low. Tum Tum and Viper have heard what's going on here. Trojan Dean knows where Omar and Chaos is. Has a molly, but not going for it just yet. Meanwhile, Viper manages to get a knock. And an elimination. Odin takes out Decodex and Sandman. Toshin Jean sort of swinging to safety, but he's going to get spotted out in the water here as it's Viper from range. Just say, you're a duck in the water. Let me take on yet another. So Viper with 2 eliminations already. Though, I don't know. They wouldn't have known where Chaos and Omar is at this moment in time. But we're switching off to even more action. Yes, Kylie from the stream. With Bucky close by, they're in Midstein. Midstein is usually one of those places where things get a little bit hot and heavy. Force Execute and Melandre are close by. Force was eliminated, but Melandre with that revive coming through. Lovely nade set here from Kylie. Trying to get the knock in here onto or some splash damage. Yes, they made it up the staircase just in time. Bucky, the one in the front line, gets a bit of tag damage. It's going to be a nice decision here from Kylie. Can she get the nade onto Melandre? Melandre dancing around. There's a splash damage. Melandre has to get out from where she is. One more molly to go, but that's going to be the utilities used up. Only the smoke from Kylie. As Bucky is trying to get that rotation across, throws the smoke out just to provide a bit of cover with all of this action that was going on. He's using that smoke a bit for distraction, wants to get to where Kylie is so that they stick together as a duo. Oh, but taking tag damage, manages to get to the safety of the building. Melandre and Force Execute. They were in a bit of bother, but they're managing to get themselves out of that bother by holding that position. Meanwhile, we have a couple of teams, or could potentially head in for some third party. Force Execute senses that there could be a 1v1 battle here with Kylie on that high ground. Making her way across, spots out Kylie, but Kylie, sensing the danger, gets a nice drop to a bit of safety. This is a battle of note between these two teams. Meanwhile, Tum Tum does take out Chaos off screen. Princess on the outskirts here. They're waiting just for that opportunity to hit that third party action. Force does spot out Bucky and Kylie. Buzzkill manages to get the knock onto Electric Eyes off screen as well. Melandre is a little bit low, but doesn't have the resources to heal up just yet. It's still a minute and a half to go before stage 1 is going to close down. Force Execute with the parkour. Wants to go for a bit more of the aggressive play. I think we would have seen Melandre. Should have, I don't know. She wouldn't have been able to spot out anything. You go out to Hellhound and Princess. They were on the outskirts but of Midstein, but looks like they've decided to make that movement away. Bliss could be spotted out by Tamashi, but is moving fast enough to get to a bit of safety. Oh, meanwhile, Buzzkill does manage to take out Itachi. Tamashi just left. There's still some revive sensors still available, but oh, he spots out Bliss. Nice bit of tag damage as they were both trying to get in to revive their teammates. It's one of these teams that's going to survive this. The other one is gone. As Tamashi closing in there. Finally, Force Execute makes that rotation across, does take out Baki. Tamashi going for it. He knows that Bliss may not decide to go for this. He's got the recall in there. So nicely done. Meanwhile, Melandre does get the knock on to Kylie off screen there. Tamashi got the nade set. Just trying to block off Bliss from getting anywhere close. What is that nade from Tamashi? That's absolutely crazy. Nade coming through. So we're down to 16 players, but now it's still stage 1. We lost more than half of the players on the map in just stage 1 alone. So I think we will have a little bit of a breather. I think. I don't see anybody heading in or crashing in towards one another just yet. Mayo has been revived by Buzzkill as they are heading off towards, could be heading off towards where Tamashi and Itachi is. Still a bit of distance to go in. Itachi a little bit low, has healed up, giving that vision on the high ground. If he holds that line, might be able to spot out Nesquik and Boss Haas. But they've got lovely positioning. Meanwhile, Gerard taking a bit of tag damage there. Oh my goodness. There was that pick off there from range. Tamashi takes out Buzzkill. But Itachi was taken out. Nesquik on the high ground, spotting out Forsaken, gets the knock. And that's going to be Forsaken and Gerard out of the equation. Meanwhile, Tamashi trying to make that movement towards Buzzkill. He knows where he's got the knock. Does spot out Mayo. Wants to get the revenge and the revive. As Mayo knows that Tamashi is going to be making that movement across. Meanwhile, Melandre and Force Execute are in the mix as well. They would have heard the fire coming through there. Oh, are they going to be making the play across? They could be trapped up between Tamashi and Mayo. Because they wouldn't have spotted Mayo. He was just holding that that position, not giving anything away just yet. Oh, but they do see Mayo. Mayo's just taking a little bit of tag damage here. Managed to get to safety behind the wall, but is in a 2v1 situation. Throws out a shot, takes out a tire there, and says, you know, let me deflate. Wants to try to get the revive, but this is going to be difficult. Getting the preparation going, especially with Tamashi on the high ground as well. This is dangerous for all of them. Oh my goodness, Tamashi with the wraparound gets the pick off onto Mayo from range. So Tamashi playing with that EMP zone, stage 2 at this moment in time. Force Execute. They lost a tire there. Their vehicle, they're gonna have to. They're just waiting. I mean, you can survive this stage 2 zone. They know that if they can take out Tamashi, right, that's going to be them removed completely. We're down to 11 players, 6 teams remaining. Tamashi the solo. Meanwhile, as we just keep an eye on this battle, I think Tamashi would be rotating as far away from this as possible. He knows that in these opportunities where it's going to be a 2v1 situation, surprise is the name of the game. It's the best thing that you can do. Meanwhile, could we see Princess and Hellhound? Okay, they're at power plant or just outside power plant. Could possibly be spotted out by Nesquik, and yeah, there we go. Boss Haas from range. You know they like to get those pickups from range. Princess does have that self-revive, so she knows Hellhound doesn't have to make that rescue play coming through just yet. But there's the vehicle. Smoke is into the mix here. Boss Haas and Nesquik, they're going for that high ground. They've got the mollies ready. He's just holding it for the most part. Gets the launch into the smoke. Nice throw coming in there. Oh my goodness. This could be the pickoff. He got himself with a setup. Can he take out Princess? Princess is back into the mix. Hellhound just getting that bit of cover, but it's going to be Baza's responsible, but takes a lot of damage in response. Meanwhile, Princess gets the rotate. Both of them knock each other. Now it's going to be a battle between Hellhound and Nesquik as to who's going to get this. Oh my goodness. Nesquik goes for the... He's got... He's going to have to try to get in close here, but this could be dangerous. He goes in for the knock. He's trying to get this onto Princess. Does not manage to finish it off. Does spot out Hellhound. The strafing come through, but Hellhound with the double. Princess taking out Basa's. Hellhound with the play there. I don't know, there was a possibility you could have went for the revive, but wish. Meanwhile, Rupert and Nasty, they're also around power plant. They did hear the shots. They want to go in for a bit of third-party action. This could be that moment in time for them. Get something done. Melandre and Force execute also in the center of power plant. This could be an opportunity for them as well. We're down to the last 8 players. This is absolutely crazy. That we're down to stage 4 and 8 players. Just tick the stage 4. Hellhound has been spotted out. TomTom and Viper, that they're also in the mix. Very, very close by. Rupert with the strafe movements here wants to close that angle down and head off onto Hellhound, but Hellhound taking the shots coming through from Nasty from the wraparound play. Can you see the elimination coming through? Rupert gets the finisher. No revives available. Wants to loot up, but you gotta be a bit careful, especially with TomTom and Viper just on that low ground, just below the ridge. They're in that compound or just outside it. Rupert making his way across. I don't think we would have heard Viper. There's some shots coming through there. Viper from range. TomTom making his way across. Rupert gets into a prone position very quickly. They would have heard TomTom making the movement across. Who gets the knock onto Nasty. Wow, but he's going to bring his head across the top of that ridge line. Gets the knock as well. There's the self-revives coming through, but TomTom is so close. And it's going to be lovely wraparound play between TomTom and Viper, but TomTom gets spotted out by Force Execute. He is in hot water. Viper is not really close by, but can Viper get some amount of cover provided? It's going to be difficult. It's Force Execute who gets the elimination. Meanwhile, Viper gets taken out by Force Execute as well. Quick fingers in there. Now it's a 3v2 situation. Melandre, Force Execute. Who's the one left? It's Tamashi. Tamashi stayed into the episode for the longest of time, and now he is going to... yeah, Loki, I agree with you. I don't know why you went for the thirst there. There was the option to actually get the revive going and then use the numbers advantage in that situation, especially like you know, shooting Princess in that moment in time. You just gave your position away. Smoke cover could have been used. Gotta get the revive in and get things sorted out. But now we're into this final. But I mean, this is stage 5. It's gonna be stage 6 very, very soon. And Melandre and Force Execute, I think they've got a nice. Okay, they would have spotted out Tamashi. He's looking bright in that red there. Melandre with the scope. Will Force make that wrap around play? Will they try to go for a claw in here? I don't know if that's an effective strategy, especially against Tamashi, who is so good in these 1v1 situations. He's going to try to get them to separate, knowing that there could be a potential wraparound, but it's really a question of who's going to begin this engagement. There's going to be some shots coming out here from Force as he's trying to close the distance in towards Tamashi. Tamashi is going to get knocked. He's going to have the self-revive, but this is all about timing, about getting the rush breakthrough as Melandre gets the pick-off and the finisher. And that's going to be Melandre Force Execute with 7 eliminations and the winner chicken dinner. This evening, Tamashi and Itachi picking up 8 eliminations themselves, finishing off second. TomTom and Viper 6 eliminations in third position. Rupert and Nasty 2 eliminations in fourth. Princess Hellhound 2 eliminations in fifth. Nesquik and Bathhouse with the Thirsty 3 eliminations in 6th position. Mayo and Buzzkill 3 eliminations in 7th position. Forsaken Gerard no eliminations 8th. Electric Eyes and Bliss, no one elimination, my apologies, in ninth position. Bucky and Kylie, no eliminations in 10th. Chaos and Omar, one elimination 11th. Freya, Toj, and Dean, one elimination in 12th. Creator and Odin, four eliminations in 13th position. And then Sandman, Decodex, Cobra, Carlisle, Grim, Bangmark, Halal, Smitty, Demo, and Zeusy, taking us all the way from 14th to 19th position. No eliminations, and that rounds off the show. Yeah, look, yeah, 100% with you, right? The revive or the 1v1 would have been the best option in that moment in time. But you know how it is. Sometimes you just get thirsty. And I mean, it's Nesquik after all. It's a tasty kind of trick. But with that being said, well done to everybody in this final game tonight. Some real serious action. I mean, this was quick fire stuff. The game was done in what, less than 20 minutes. I was so surprised. It was that power plant drop. Like everybody ended up there at the power plant so early on, which and then you had eliminations where nobody could like actually revive themselves, which was insane to witness. However, PubG action is slowly but surely coming to a close for this upcoming month. Just the first part of it. We do have Ground Zero. That's going to be the teams into the mix, the 4v4s. It's going to be a huge competition. We've got some of the best teams across South Africa who have registered already. I don't want to say too much about who's registered and has not, but you'll be able to check this out, waylandergaming.co.za. You'll be able to find very soon the statistics up for the Ground Zero PubG tournament. It's going to be a cracker. If you haven't gotten your team registered, make sure you are on our socials and check out those registration forms. We're almost full capacity. It's going to be the full 50 teams into the mix over a couple of weekends. It's going to be something special, so make sure you're there for that. Right, just onto the stars of the match before we close the stream for this evening. We've got Tamashi with a going all out, 7 eliminations. Best companion goes to Tum Tum with 1 assist and a rescue. And as we got to see just in the corner there, Melandre with the finisher onto Tamashi. And that is that for tonight. Thank you everybody for tuning in to watch.